Hey, so Winter VanSlam 2021. Let's get this thing started. We got Richie and Leanne and a couple of dudes back in the van following us. We got Kingston on board here with us. We're heading up to Bayview State Park and gonna camp there. It's on the west shore of Padilla Bay. But first we're gonna roll into Anacortes and head over to Camp Sante Park and play a little disc golf at a little disc golf course. Hey! And we'll hit that place first, and then we'll swing back to the campground. Just thought I'd get a little bit of video here of the Swinomish Channel. That's Padilla Bay out there. Yeah, it's a little foggy. 32 degrees this morning when we left, so right at freezing. All right, so what's up today? What are we doing?
We're gonna do some golfing.
Yeah? All right, Duke, start us off, buddy. Hole number 1. Throw it like it owes you money. You know where you're going. Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, we'll be playing that for sure.
Oh.
Get some.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. Buddy.
Yeah, well, that's the winning team right there. Leanne, Richie, and Cade. They put a spanking down on me and Kingston and Duke.
Tacos El Pastor. What are you getting?
I'm gonna get some dumplings.
Dumplings?
Some pot stickers and some bean buns.
Nice.
So after a fun little lunch at the food trucks down at the marina, we drove up to the Cap Sante headlands and flew the drone for a while and looked out at the sights. And that's Mount Baker off in the distance there. And this is Duke Danger in his natural environment.
That's super scary. Ta-da!
So on the way out of town, we got to these little herd of black-tailed deer that just wandered through the town. Then it was off on our way to Bayview State Park. Oh, and look at these spots that we managed to snag right at the edge of the park, overlooking the bay.
Well, that's the view from camp right there. Looking out at Padilla Bay. Cool.
Next up, tea time by the campfire. When we were getting ready to take off on this trip, I looked back through some old adventure journal stories and found out our last trip here when the dudes were really small was February of 2012. And there were just some great pictures in there, so I decided we'd try to recreate a few of those.
Your water bottle?
Look at this cute little dude. And nowadays he's still a pretty cute little dude. Well, we had a really nice evening at camp, lots of fire time. Later in the evening, Richie and I grabbed our tripods and cameras, went down to the bay and took some photographs over towards March's Point. Yeah, and check out the new top from Colorado Camper Vans on our now 24-year-old VW Eurovan. Yeah, the next morning we had a couple more pictures to recreate. Look at how big Duke has gotten over the years. And then it was a little hike down to the beach where we're going to do a little drone flying and recreate this picture of Cade. And speaking of Cade and drone flying, I gotta say that dude is a better drone pilot than I'm ever gonna be. He attributes his expertise to playing a lot of video games, but man, I think the kid is just a natural. Well, we just managed to capture these drone shots that I had in mind, and was just about ready to hand the controls over to Duke and let him fly for a bit, and then the ranger walked up and told us, "Hey, this is a drone-free zone. No drone flying here, boys." Yeah, no worries. We packed up our stuff and drove up to our next destination to take a little hike at this cool little interpretive center. So, just a little morning romp through the Padilla Bay Ecological Reserve. And pretty cool place, lots of birds, lots of old growth trees. We were here, we figured now, 2012. What's that, 9 years ago now. And so trying to just recreate a couple of the old photographs to see how they look now and how they look then. Pretty fun. Yeah, and this is a whole pic from 2012. We noticed that Duke is kind of mean mugging us here, so we took the picture again, and then we kind of convinced him to give us that mean mug look one more time. Yeah, nice job, Duke. And Duke did get a chance to take control of the drone and fly around a little bit, and he's doing really well. And a perfect landing. Well done, Duke. So our next stop was going to be just north up at the very bottom end of Samish Bay, in a place called East 90. Just an old farm road with a 90-degree bend on the east end of it, but it's a bird and hotspot. We saw red-tailed hawks and northern harriers and tundra swans and a short-eared owl. But clearly the highlight was this massive bunch of eagles that we were watching. Susie did kind of a little thumbnail counting. She thought there was maybe between 20 and 30 bald eagles here. Everybody broke out their binoculars and their cameras, and we watched these guys for quite a while. Well, there you go. We had a great trip, and it was just delightful to recreate those old photos with the dudes. And that's about it for this one. Thanks for watching.